Hi, this is Kevin Vaughn, a regional instructor for RV Basic Training. I'm here to talk to you today about the 6 pre-trip safety tests to be done on your air system before each and every trip with a coach that has an air system. School bus drivers are typically required to do this same test each and every day to ensure the safety of their passengers and their rigs during the course of the day. So, in our coach, we should do the same thing to ensure the safety of the people around us as well as our passengers, our rig, and our towed. We're going to start off with firing the coach up and bringing the air system up to the operating pressure we're normally used to seeing, which is around 125 psi as shown here on the gauges. Once the pressure comes up, we're going to actually turn the coach off and then turn the coach back on again so the power is just on. I apologize for the alarm. It's indicating that I've got the power on to the coach. At this point, we're going to apply the service brake and take off the parking brake, which is going to cause the alarm again. We're going to hold the service brake down for approximately 60 seconds, watching those gauges that are currently around 120 some psi. And you're looking for no fluctuation in the gauges more than 2 psi. You'll watch these gauges for 60 seconds for any change. If a change does occur, it indicates you have some type of leak in the system, and it should be looked at before you proceed. At this point, let's assume we've waited 60 full seconds and seen no change at all, so you know the system is holding air. The next thing that should occur is that you should be able to validate your air depletion alarms. And that's both an audible and a visual alarm followed by an automatic setting of the parking brake. We're going to simulate an air loss by simply pumping the service brake several times, depleting the tank. Here we go. As I pump the service brake, you'll see each of the gauges is going down. You see a visual light come on both tanks indicating that the pressure is low. And then you'll notice that the parking brake actually came on automatically. Now we've depleted the whole system of air. Let's see how fast the tanks recover when we restart it. I've restarted the coach now, and while it's restarting and the air compressors are working again, let's go down and take a look at these same gauges to see if the pressure comes up. And looking for both the air alarm, audible alarm, and the visual red light alarm to both go off. This may take up to a minute to a minute and a half to occur. Typically the pressure between 85 and 100 psi should occur within 45 seconds. Somewhere around 65 psi, the red lights will go off and the alarm will subside. As you may notice up here on the dash, I had a low pressure warning coming on my visual display, which wouldn't be the same on all coaches. As you just noticed, the red lights went off on both tanks, indicating you're up around 70 psi. We're not in a range yet where we can actually drive. It's still in the filling process. What will transpire at around 120 to 125 psi is both tanks will top off and the valves will pop on each tank indicating they're full. The air compressor is designed to provide more than enough air pressure for a possible small leak to occur and overcome it. We're nearing around 85 to 100 psi right now. And I doubt with the motor running you'll actually hear the tanks pop off. Both tanks have filled uniformly. And what we've just completed there is an air system restoration check. The fourth test we're going to do is a parking brake test. We're going to apply the parking brake like it is right now. We're going to put the coach in gear and let off the gas to see if the coach moves. It doesn't. We'll try the same thing in reverse, going from neutral to reverse. Doesn't move. And that is the fourth test. The fifth test is to actually check the service brake. So we're going to take the parking brake off, put it in drive. We're going to roll forward and apply the service brake, looking for the coach to stop. We do the same thing in reverse. Go to reverse, go to neutral, go to reverse, let the coach roll back, and apply the service brake again to make sure it stops. Concluding these tests, we put it back in neutral and pull the parking brake on. And the last thing I'm going to do is turn the coach off so it's totally quiet. And we're going to go outside to each of the 4 wheel bays, and we're going to listen for any hissing noise that might be audible outside. So at the front tire, we have no hissing noise, and we do the same thing to the other 3 wheel bays. Okay. That concludes the 6 air brake tests or checks you need to do before each trip. And now I feel assured that if anything does develop over the course of this trip, I'll surely have no problem with my braking system unless something occurs on the road. Thank you again for following RV Basic Training, and have a good day.